All right, let's talk about something that's, well, the absolute lifeblood of any business today: innovation. It's really the key to growth, right? It's the secret to sticking around for the long haul, and it's what separates the companies that lead the pack from the ones that get left behind.
So let's kick things off with a big question, one that I'm sure you've thought about. Why is it that some companies just seem to thrive, decade after decade, while others, well, they just fade away? Poof, gone. What's their secret sauce? You guessed it. Time and time again, the answer comes back to one thing: innovation. Okay, but innovation can feel like a buzzword, right? So what do we really mean when we say it? It's not just about some lone genius having a light bulb moment or, a single lucky break. Nope. It's a process. It's a real commitment to constantly developing new ideas, new products, or even just better ways of doing things. Stuff that creates genuine value and makes your company stand out from the crowd. And that really brings us to a choice, a pretty stark choice that, honestly, every single business has to make. It's a simple dynamic, but it's so, so powerful. You either innovate or you stagnate. There's really no middle ground. And look, that's not just some catchy little phrase to put on a poster. It's the stone-cold reality of today's market. Innovation isn't a nice-to-have anymore. It is an absolute necessity for survival. Seriously. You have to think of it like a core part of the business, just as critical as your sales team or your accounting department. Without it, you're just not built for the long run. Just look at the two futures laid out here. It's like a choose-your-own-adventure for a business. On one side, you've got the path of innovation. That leads to growth, being able to pivot when you need to, and finding all these amazing new opportunities. But then there's the other path, the path of doing nothing. And that leads straight to stagnation, a ton of risk, and eventually becoming completely irrelevant. I mean, the choice seems pretty clear, doesn't it? Okay, so we get it. It's essential. But let's talk about the good stuff. What are the actual rewards? Let's dive into the tangible ways that innovation really drives success you can see and measure. And here's the direct impact, the real nuts and bolts. Innovation, for sure, drives profitability. It boosts your productivity, it helps you cut costs because you're finding smarter ways to get things done. But it goes way beyond that. It can open up whole new markets you never even thought of. And maybe most importantly, it builds that adaptability right into your company's DNA, so you're ready for whatever the future throws at you. Theory is one thing, but seeing it in the real world is another. So let's look at a fantastic example of this in action, the story of Grab. So think about Grab. They didn't become this massive company by just sticking to their guns. They started out as a simple ride-hailing app, right? A solution to a single problem. But they didn't just sit back and relax. Through constant innovation, boom, they expanded into a multi-service platform. They added food delivery. Then they did it again, evolving into a whole financial and logistics hub. Every single step was an innovation, and it was all about guessing what their customers were going to need before they even knew they needed it. This all sounds great, but it begs the question, how do you actually do it? How do you make innovation something that happens over and over, not just a one-time lucky shot? Well, it all boils down to building a culture of innovation. And this is so important to get right. Innovation is not a project. It doesn't have a start day and an end date. It's a culture. It's this mindset of always getting better, and it has to be baked right into the company's DNA, influencing every decision every single day. So, how do you build it? This is a great blueprint. It points to 3 key actions. First up, you've got to prioritize R&D. And don't think of it as just another cost. It's an investment in your future, in creating an advantage that lasts. Next, you have to invest in your own people's creativity. Let them try things, let them fail sometimes. That's how you build a real culture of improvement. And finally, work with others. Collaborate. Come on, nobody has all the good ideas, and working with partners can open up your world to fresh thinking and new markets. It's a really powerful strategy when you put all 3 together. And the payoff here? It goes way beyond just the next quarterly report. A real innovation strategy strengthens your brand's reputation. It marks you as a leader. It makes investors want to get on board because money always follows progress. And hey, on a bigger scale, it actually contributes to the entire country's economic growth. The ripple effect is just massive. All right, we've talked about the why, the what, and the how. So let's boil it all down to the final, most important takeaway. If you remember just one thing from all this, let it be this. Fostering innovation can't be something you think about later. It has to be a core strategic priority for any business that doesn't just want to compete, but actually wants to lead. And I want to leave you with one final thought to chew on. This isn't just a question for CEOs or big shot inventors, it's for every single one of us. Take a look at the world around you, your job, your community, your life. What's the next innovation your world needs?